What is up, everyone, and welcome to Games Re-Up. That's right, I tell you, why the hell have I never done that as an intro? Anyway, today we're taking a look at Final Fight Rebirth. That's right, fantastic game by Ripfire using the engine sort of optimised by Ian Michael. That's right, Final Fight Rebirth is a brand new chapter in the world of Final Fight, and it's on the best Dreamcast. No, that's not what I was going to say. And it's on the best console of them all, the Sega Dreamcast. Let's take a look.
So as I said, this is a brand new chapter in the Final Fight series. We're looking at Final Fight Rebirth, which basically obviously started originally as a Final Fight game, which was an arcade game featuring the characters you can see right now, but this time, it's more badass. Now before I crack on, let's just take a look at the quick intro that shows exactly what is going on in this game.
Metro City, a well-known crime capital, has been ruled by violence and death for many years. A fact which the newly elected mayor and former street fighter Mike Hager plans to change. At the center of the problem is the huge gang known as Mad Gear. Mad Gear controls all of the major criminal activity in the city. When they learned of Hager's plans, they took immediate action to bring this new mayor under their control.
Now if that isn't 80s action with a bit of Japanese stuck in there, damn, well I must be damn wrong, but that is very, very stylistic and I absolutely love it. So in this game also we've got Guy, Cody and Hagar. Each have their own strengths and skills, but I'm obviously going to start with Cody because I personally prefer I think he's one of the best characters, although none of them really have a weakness to any of their moveset or movement at all. They all have their own strengths. Although I probably have to say Hagar is probably the best in the sense of he's pretty damn strong. He seems to take one hell of a punch and kind of deals back one hell of a punch. Now the one thing you're probably asking me is, does this control well on the Sega Dreamcast? And let me tell you, the Dreamcast controller is an absolute dream when it comes to playing beat-em-ups like this, and especially this one. The Dreamcast is just built for this. The analog stick's responsive, although the D-pad in fact is just as good for a game like this. It doesn't seem to matter if it's D-pad or analog stick, they both react exactly the same. The button combos, the actual kicks, the punches, the jumps, they all react in a timely manner to the point where it doesn't get frustrating. Whereas some of these games, they're a bit, they lag or they just don't feel natural. Whereas this reacts well, it plays well. It's a really good control setup and scheme on the Sega Dreamcast controller. I mean, there's not a huge amount I could really say in regards to issues there are with this game. I mean, the only thing I came across was the sort of gap between bosses appearing. You'd clear the room or the stage essentially of all the people, and then you'd have to wait a few seconds for the bosses. It felt as if, I don't know if it was a glitch or if it was meant to happen. It just felt like a slightly timely thing. I did also in fact encounter this in the Golden Axe Legends game, exactly the same thing, but it just seemed to be a tiny delay, although nothing that I'd really complain about. Everything else seems to work exactly as it should. The sound is absolutely kick-ass. Just listen to that soundtrack. One thing it comes to these sort of games, most people don't really seem to massively sort of, bother with the sound. Whereas this, again, Ripfire, I've got to applaud you. This is a fantastic soundtrack and executed so damn well without any issues at all. Now, there's not really a huge amount I could go and say here now, apart from just go out and play this. If you love Final Fight, you love Streets of Rage, which is obviously clearly very, very similar in the fact you got to hit trash cans. It's basically the same game. you know, but with different characters. So I'd say go out and play this, because I've never played, I'm going to be honest, I've never played Final Fight game before playing this, and I tell you what, I had so much fun. I've gone and bought the Sega CD version and also the Super Nintendo version just because I'm a hoarder. Anyway, I've been Al from Games Re-Up. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.